What is going on? We back at it again, tight people, some more but y'all on Dragon Ball Super Merno's Resurrection. You feel me? Last episode, Whis went go find Zalama, and he did. Pulled up to his crib, big ass Namekian, and he had that shit on. Not gonna lie, Zalama had that shit on, type shit. But now we're gonna go find the Super Dragon Balls somewhere in the demon realm, the time chambers and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully they can make it in time. They probably not though. They probably not, because soon, oh my god, what they gotta make, like what, three wishes with the balls. They even get one wish off. It's like, it's up for y'all niggas. It is up for y'all, bro. And also they got the blood of freaking cauliflower and kale. That's episode universe 6. It's like, okay. If they fuse into a demon Kefla, oh Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, that's a lot of power too, man. Oh my Lord, and Super Saiyan 3 demon Kefla. Oh Lord. Pray for them boys, bro. Pray for them. Anyway, hit the video with a like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Roll to 3K. Subscribe. Subscribe on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel link in the description down below. Of course, subscribe to Alice, get our boy to 2 million subscribers. Without further ado, let's dive on one E.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of Whis having to be shown tracking down and
look at that nigga,
the
man.
Creator of the Super Dragon Balls himself, known as
he
Zalama,
got that shit on, bro.
Zalama now shown having to be in search of a very specific book in helping retrieve the Super Dragon Balls was when Zalama went on to address Whis by then responding, "The so-called Dark Masters are very cunning, I see, and to have discovered and utilized one of the forbidden time chambers, those which sever themselves from the natural flow of existence, and surprisingly even from angelic perception, is no simple feat for anyone to accomplish," Zalama says.
Oh,
but
facts.
even now, I want to go and make myself as clear as I can be by telling you that the Super Dragon Balls are not mere artifacts to be used as pawns to suit their dark and twisted ambitions, as these Dragon Balls are bound to me in a way that even the grandest powers of destruction and creation cannot sever, and because of this, these Dark Masters underestimate the ancient spells that I wove during the genesis of the Super Dragon Balls creation, as these very spells themselves were inscribed with the intent to ensure their recovery should a catastrophe like this were to go and happen, Zalama continues. For the Super Dragon Balls themselves also just so happen to emit a very unique form of energy that I call their magnetic resonance, for it is a vibration that can echo across any dimension, Zalama goes on, as even the time-distorted realms of the time chambers themselves cannot completely go on to mask this vibration, Zalama says.
Oh, really?
For us is twofold, and that is to go and recover the Super Dragon Balls and to ensure that such a travesty cannot go and be repeated by them or any other being ever again. And as their very theft is but a testament,
you might want to hurry up then,
of leaving them unguarded, Zalama continues, which is something that must ultimately change once I am to go and find them, which I am only hoping that they are all still within this realm, as I only go on to say this because if, and only if, the Super Dragon Balls are not found within any of these time chamber realms, which I assume for them to be, then the only other place that I can go and think of for them to be within would be somewhere outside of our current reality and within the outskirts of the Omniverse, with we respond, and I beg your pardon, Lord Zalama, but what exactly is this Omniverse in which you speak of, because I have never heard of such a place like this before, with
not even Whis,
though it is only a rumor that I just so happen to have overheard that had once came from the mouth of the Grand Minister himself. I must go on to further warn you that even my understanding is but a fragment of what the Omniverse is truly rumored to represent, for it is said to be a realm that goes far beyond our comprehension, as it is also said to be a space that is infinitely more vast than the multiverse that we here call home, Zalama continues, for it is also said to have been rumored in being
we just a tiny speck
itself, and a boundless plane where reality continuously folds within itself endlessly, Zalama says. But through that, the Omniverse is also said to be a place where it constantly creates new dimensions, new timelines, and new universes that stretch endlessly in every direction.
And I think we heard about this in the top 5 strongest, or was it the 18 gods. It was one or two. I want to say the top 5 strongest though in the multiverse. I want to say it was that one that we heard about this.
Direction, as the rumors that I've also heard happen to suggest for it to operate on the principles that are also alien to us, that even the highest cosmic orders within our multiverse seem to also pale in comparison to the rules of the omniverse or lack thereof, Zalama says. And while I doubt for the Super Dragon Balls to have went and been taken and dragged into such a place, since I do not believe that these so-called Dark Masters would have the knowledge on such a place, Zalama says, and I have no doubt that this would end up being the last place that they would be in, which only now leaves me to believe that they are indeed here within the existing multiverse and not within any other. And because I know that they are, I can already tell that although they are not going to be easy to find, Zalama continues, I know for a fact that they haven't been moved from where they were last shown having to be used, and that will be my key in finding them, Zalama says. So then what you are essentially saying is that there exists a realm that goes far beyond even what we angels were thought to assume would be the limit of creation, Whis went on to then question, and
pretty
you also
much
claim to have happened to overhear this from the mouth of the Grand Minister, you say. So then I can only go as far as to assume that the only ones who would also know would be the Omni Kings themselves. Isn't that right? With Zalama responding, that is correct, for they, along with myself, are the only ones to know. But even though I wasn't told in full detail as to what lies beyond these walls and over on the other side, we cannot rule the Omniverse out here either. But
a lot of bullshit.
while I am in search of looking for the echoes of their hidden vibration, I believe that I am starting to now sense something, which is why this leaves me to believe that these Dark Masters did not just so happen to go and cross over, but rather remain within the known realms of this existing multiverse.
Yeah, because I doubt the Dark Masters and Lord Raijin knows about that shit too. You feel me? So yeah. Now if they did, and they knew how to, leave our shit, then that'd be a problem.
So then let me go and ask you, what are the odds then of these Dark Masters in having to also know about this Omniverse? For could it be possible that they have also learned about or overheard something? With
But then again, maybe so.
I do not want
At least
to
Raijin.
rule out the idea that these Dark Masters just might know. I highly doubt that this would turn out to be the case, but what I will say is that after giving me his name, since it's been so long and having anyone utter his name to me before in such a long time, if there is any creature who dwells within that realm who in fact just might actually be aware of this Omniverse, then I have no doubt in my mind that it would turn out to be the very god of the demon realm, Raijin, for it was one of the many reasons as to why the Grand Priest had once ordered for Merno to go and stop him before he was corrupted, and so we must not go and overlook the idea of Raijin being the only one down there who is aware of such a realm that exists. But something appears to be coming to me at the moment, and if this is what I assume for this to be, then stand by, for this just might be the breakthrough that we had been hoping that we would come across. To which all the while back within one of the time chambers, we only from that point then happened to oversee the Dark Masters in getting ready to use the Dragon Balls just before
what y'all doing my balls, man?
As Toro went on to then quickly respond, and alas, the time for us to go and use the Super Dragon Balls and having the dragon go and grant us our most important wish is now finally at a wait. What is this strange surge of energy that these orbs are
not so fast
emit from their places? As Giro went on to then chime in, I'm not sure, but they were never shown having to act like this before when we were using them, and so do you think that it is possible that our location has been compromised? With a panicked Toro then having to respond, yes, for that must be the case, but we cannot go and allow for whatever source is behind this sudden disturbance to go and ruin our plans, especially now since we are so
then how you gonna stop it?
Mission, and so we must hurry and call upon the dragon right now before they are able to go and take these orbs away and preventing us from doing what we know must be done no matter the cost, Toro says.
Oh shit.
Raijin is now waiting, and we must not go on to keep him waiting any longer, lest we are to lose the Dragon Balls before we can go and use them again. And
he gonna be pissed, so yeah.
Before it is too late, as
hurry up.
Back in there, for I can sense them, however faintly, for they appear to be resonating coming from within our known multiverse, Zalama continues, though the time chamber that they are seemingly being held within seems to be shrouded in darkness, but even now, these vibrations have allowed for me to go and narrow down their location to a small cluster of realms, which I am
Are we pulling up?
trying to pinpoint in locating their exact whereabouts. And so while thankfully they have not been dragged out and taken outside of our known multiverse and into the Omniverse, Zalama says, having me track down their exact location may take a few more minutes in order for this to go and fully work, as we went on to then quickly respond. So then in between that time that is needed for you to go and locate and retrieve the Super Dragon Balls before the Dark Masters can go and use them again, what do you suggest that I go and do in the meantime in order to help better aid our cause during this
That's a
dire
good question.
situation? As Zalama went on to then respond, for the time being, I would urge for you to go and inform the other angels to stand by in case we will need for them to assist us, as it would be best for us to be safe in knowing that we have the others here to help us in case something were to go wrong than it is for us to be unprepared. With Whis responding,
what?
so now let's just say if we were to go
Siblings,
and snatch
pull
the
up.
Super Dragon Balls before they can go and be used by the Dark Masters again, then where exactly are we to go and keep them, lest we otherwise run the risk of having to let the Dark Masters go and bring them into another world again? With Zalama responding, well, if I am able to go and pull them out in time and avoid having these demons go and misuse the Super Dragon Balls again, then the safest possible place that I know that these demons wouldn't dare go and cross into lest they warrant their own destruction would be Lord Zeno's world. And while I must admit that these Dark Masters
Yeah,
have proven to
but
be
they
quite
blocked that shit
resourceful,
off,
their
though.
magic, while it has been proven to be formidable, is not invincible, Zalama says, for the very faint echoes of the Super Dragon Ball's energy themselves continues to provide me with the breadcrumbs that I need in order to go and follow their trail in locating the realm in which they are all hiding in. And if what I can sense is to be true, then I may in fact know on which of these realms they are all currently being kept within, but I cannot go on to know for sure unless I am given a few more minutes to search, Zalama says. And so while I have narrowed these realms down from a few million just to a few thousand, while I continue to narrow
Oh, okay, that was rain. Did this nigga say from a few million to a few thousand, bro? How many fucking realms we have in this bitch? Oh my god, bro. Y'all won't find that shit, bro. Y'all was not. Oh my god, bro. How fast y'all Wi-Fi connection, bro? Cause god damn.
these down to a few hundred and ultimately down to a few dozen. I will need for you to go on and inform the others so that they may all be prepared in case anything were to go and happen, because while I have no doubt that we will go and find and lay claim over the Super Dragon Balls in just a few moments, Zalama continues, and I fear that this will not end without a battle to ensue, which is why I ask for you to go and warn the others just in case we are to need them. With Whis responding, then I will go and do what I can if it's for the greater good of our world. And so now, brothers and sisters of the angelic order, Whis went on to then summon his staff by then responding,
pull up.
and I hereby go on to bring you news
Assemble.
of great importance and news that demands for your immediate attention and unwavering vigilance. For as you may already suspect, the theft and misuse of the Super Dragon Balls have plunged our multiverse into a great peril, as even while things appear to be grim, I had the extraordinary privilege of finding and joining forces with Zalama, as together, we are hereby only narrowing down the location of which of the many realms the Super Dragon Balls are being kept captive within, and as Zalama is working tirelessly to go and pierce the veil of dark magic that conceals their location, so that we may ultimately once again go and retrieve the Super Dragon Balls within our possession.
Y'all better hurry up, cause I guess they might have enough time to make one wish. One more wish.
As we strive to go and complete this mission, but even now while we do, Whis continues, and I am going out of my way to go and reach out to all of you, because this is not merely a matter of retrieval, but it is a matter of preservation and caution, Whis says. For I only go on to urge you all to maintain a sharp vigilance over your universes and pay very close attention to any unusual disturbances, whether they just so happen to manifest as temporal distortions, energy anomalies, or strange portals forming occurring in and around your
Facts.
worlds. And so while Zalama and I work towards retrieving the Super Dragon Balls, Whis continues, the Demon Realm's rebellion must not be underestimated, for their refusal to relinquish the Super Dragon Balls, should we succeed in locating them, will only most certainly result in conflict, and we must go on to be ready for any action against the multiverse will require for us to go and stand forward, for you must also be prepared for the possibility of being called into action, Whis says. And as even though we angels are not meant to directly interfere within mortal or divine affairs, the magnitude of this crisis may require for us to step beyond our
I would never write that shit in. I will retcon that shit immediately.
usual roles if it means standing to defend the multiverse. As should that very need go on to arise, Whis continues, then I will go and summon you all directly, and so be ready to respond without hesitation. For if that moment comes, then it will demand unity and swift action.
I got attacked. God damn.
Only then take a look and seeing as to how Belmont was being fed grapes as he was relaxing while Margarita had overheard Whis' message. With
you got the huzz with him? You got the huzz? Bro, what the fuck is attacking my eye, bro?
These grapes are just absolutely delicious. But tell me something, Margarita.
Shit.
Just what exactly is all this talk that I hear Whis having to go and explain himself over there, eh? For I haven't went and seen you on edge like this in quite some time, and so
nigga, do you not even know what's going on? He does not. He don't even know what's going on, bro. Are you serious? Damn.
Seemingly has you on edge like this, Belmont questions. Or you ought
fucking
to go
attack my eye, bro.
Instead, with Margarita responding, well, I do wish that this were easier to go and explain to you since I just got back into Universe 11 after all, but, well, there appears to be something that is taking place which is placing us all on high alert, which just may in fact endanger this universe if we don't go and deal with this issue before it gets any worse. Which, speaking of,
nigga got the
this
huzz.
was an unexpected surprise. Pride Troopers Dispo, Topo, and Jiren, Margarita says. And what goes on to go and bring the three of you here onto Lord Belmont's planet like this? For you
demons
to be troubled by something from what I can tell. As Topo
demons.
We are sorry to have come here on such short notice, but we came here to go and speak with both yourself and Lord Belmont in regards to dangerous matters which just so happens to pose a risk in putting Universe 11 in grave danger, with Belmont responding, in danger you say, Belmont then went on to question, and what danger could our universe be facing at the moment that calls for my attention? Because the last time that we had went and faced a challenge like this was when that bastard angel Merno was on the loose, which resulted in the destruction of everything. And so now fill me in on the details, with Jiren having to then chime in. It would only now appear as though that invaders from the demon realm have breached the boundaries of our universe, for their presence threatens the stability that we have worked so tirelessly to maintain, as their ambitions stretch far beyond just mere conquest, for they also seek to dismantle the very fabric of which we stand for, which is ultimately why we are all here before you now, Lord Belmont, as the Pride Troopers and I come here to seek out your approval for what is to come. However, even now, there is more to this than the security of our very universe, because during my confrontation with these invaders, Jiren continues, I went on to carry on and having to come face to face with a demon whose very aura I could never forget, for it was the very same demon who went on to destroy my family, my home,
yo, number one op, bro.
For this demon that goes by Kodos is the very embodiment of everything that I have fought against, and it has returned to spread its shadow over Universe 11 that I had sworn to protect. And so now therefore, because he is now here, I will not go and allow for him to go and try to do what he did before ever again, Jiren continues. And so because of this, I ask you, Lord Belmont, to go and grant the Pride Troopers full authorization to operate without constraints, as I only hereby ask you to go and let them take the fight to the invaders wherever that fight may end up leading. But as for myself, I only want to go and ask something more personal of you, for I want to go and ask you to go and allow me to pursue this demon, and to only go on to do so without the fear of punishment or restraint, even if that means that I must bulldoze my way through various different corners within Universe 11 to go and reach him, Jiren continues.
Nigga, he in the demon realm. You not about to see him no time soon until he come back. Oh God, I understand, Jiren. I understand. Lord have mercy. Hey, if y'all see a cut in the video, the power went out. It's thundering outside.
continues, for I cannot go and allow for this creature to go and escape me like how he did ever again.
I feel it.
I hereby ask for you to go and give us the approval that we need to ensure Universe 11's survival, Topo then went on to quickly add. We cannot hope to go and do this without you having to trust our judgment, Lord Belmont, and so that is why we hereby come to you with grace and having to ask you for your help in allowing for us to go and do what we need to do. As Belmont then went on to stand up by addressing the Pride Troopers by responding, then if what it is that you are all telling me here is to be true, then I hereby grant you all full access to go and do what is needed in order to maintain Universe 11's security in doing what needs to be done to destroy these demons and rid them from our world for good. But what I will also go as far as to say is that you will not be going into this war against such creatures on your own, Belmont continues, as this very threat calls for something greater and having it call for the return of the man who once stood alongside the Pride Troopers as one of their own. For it has been countless years since I stepped down as a Pride Trooper to assume my role as God of Destruction, for I thought my days of standing beside you all as an equal and as your...
He was a Pride Trooper? Oh, god damn. Like, and then it's crazy. Next in line gonna be this nigga. That's crazy, bro. Another Pride Trooper. That's crazy. That's crazy work. He was a Pride Trooper first? That's crazy. Well, at least in this series anyway. But that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Comrade were long behind me, but the emergence of these demons demands that I reclaim that very mantle and standing side by side with you all.
Low key, that would explain why they're so goddamn friendly with each other, low key. I ain't gonna cap.
Once more, as I will not go and have what happened with Merno here to ever go and happen within Universe 11 as it did ever again, Belmont continues. And while I understand the pain that you feel in wanting to go and destroy the very monster who went and ripped everything away from you when you were just a child, Jiren, for I want you to hereby go and understand that you will not be alone, as I will not merely observe this from the sidelines while you go and do this, but instead, I will go on to lay claim and fight alongside you as a fellow Pride Trooper once more and putting an end to their invasion myself, no matter how far we will need to go. To which it was only all the while in the meantime when then having to venture on back into Universe 7, we only finally then take a look and seeing as to how
Broly! She lied. Limo.
And Broly as Goku went on to address everyone by then responding, and so there you guys have it. So that's pretty much the gist of everything that's been happening around here, which is why we need to go and try to get you guys off of Vampa as soon as we can, with Lemo responding, oh no, it's just like that angel that we went and battled all over again. And so if that ends up being the case, where do you think would be the best place for all of us to go then if not here?
Nigga, who is we? Y'all feel me? Who is we? This nigga said we battled against. Nigga, who is we?
Here with Goku responding, well, our best bet for now is to go and gather everyone together on Lord Beerus's world, just so we can know that we can have the best chances of surviving in case something were to go and happen.
The new base of operations.
Sure what their next move is going to be, it's better for us to go and be gathered around Beerus and Whis in the meantime, Goku continues, just in case an invasion were to go and suddenly happen, which would call for all of us to go and fight as one, with Lemo having to then
always attack my eyes.
Responding, oh, well, if that's the case, then I think that we should go and take their word for it and get the heck off this planet as fast as we can if it means having to save our tails from whatever these demons.
No, dead ass. I don't know why the hell y'all even living on this bitch anyway. We could have a spot for y'all on Earth.
God, then remain here all alone, with Sheila
oh
responding,
God.
Yeah, and
Again.
I'm with you on that, and so we should go and get a move on now before it's too late, with
oh
Broly
God.
having to address Goku by then responding, and I appreciate you and having to come all this way and having to warn us of what it was that you had experienced, Kakarot, and because of this, I will go on to ensure to fight by your side just as I once did against that angel, and so whatever it is that you want me to go and do, and wherever it is that you want for us to go, I will follow, with Gohan having to be shown turning towards Goku by them responding, hey dad, you also went on to mention something about seeing those demons down there go and open or at least be able to use some kind of a strange portal to go on and jump from world to world faster than you've ever seen, right dad? Because if that ends
Lord have mercy, do not get Broly's blood. Do not let them niggas get Broly's blood, bro.
These creatures go and bring the fight on over to us, Gohan questions, which in any case, if you also just so happen to go and think about this, if we do happen to go and agree on this, then do you think that maybe you can replicate what what it was that you had seen from that demon Kibi and maybe see if you can go into the demon realm instead? Well, that'd be a little tricky, Goku then went on to quickly ponder by responding, because when Kibi had went and opened it and sent me back into Universe 7, I could feel something strange in the air, like the energy wasn't coming from him, but rather from the demon realm itself, and so it almost felt as though it was more like he went and reached out and pulled the essence of the demon world itself to go and bend space and time
like
in
the
order for him to
Force.
go and do it, for it is a very dangerous power
my
from what I've
eyes.
seen, but I understand on why you think that we might need to go and use it, and so it's better for us to go and bring the fight onto them before they can go and do the same here to us here, and so although I think he went and did something like this, I'll go and give it a try and see if I can open one, but even if I do, it'll be best for us to go and head back onto Beerus's world first and gather the others before we go and make our way in, Goku says, and so now, I guess let's just go and see if I can go and replicate what Kibi did and see if it works within our favor, Goku continues. Now he did go on to mention something about forging his energy and condensing it into a singular point, almost like the portals that Merno was using, but it'll be a little tricky, Goku continues, and that's simply because I also think that in order for me to go and pull this off, I'll need to go and try to tap into the demon realm first and see if I could draw some of its power up for this to go and work, with Gohan responding, "Hey, wait, I think it's working."
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, somebody pulling up.
Dad, well, at least it looks like you may have actually gotten something going here, but
Like, that's not me, son.
It's almost like you'll need something more in order for this to work, or at least maybe more power to go and try to perhaps fuel its energy source in order for this to go and work, and so what do you think? With Goku responding, well, I don't really think that that's the case here, but oh, I knew I
Did he
should've
actually
went
do it?
for Kibi to try and show me how it's done before I left, and as I don't think that I'll be able to go and get one opened fully unless I were to somehow go and use the demon realm's essence as my main source of power, Goku says. Hey, wait a minute, right there, I think you may have gotten something going there, Dad.
Oh shit. Ooh, look my nigga Broly on go, bro. He locked in.
Go and power up and see if that'll speed up the process or something, don't you think? So it only seems to be the more logical approach to go about this, and so do you think that it'll work? With Goku having to then respond, well, I'm not really
He almost did
sure
it.
if that'll help or not, but I can go and try to see if, but then it was only from within that very moment from out of
Good shit,
nowhere,
Broly. Lock in,
was
bro.
the only individual amongst that group that was able to detect with
10 toes, man.
rapidly make its way towards our heroes was when Broly was
Never
also
lacking.
having to take immediate action by having to swoop on in and grabbing one of the demons that was making its way towards our heroes by the throat and slamming him on down, was when Gohan went on to quickly turn around by shouting, "Hey, whoa, and just what the heck just got into bro? Hey, wait a second, Dad, look! I think it's another one of those demons from the demon realm again. I think they found us," with Lemo having to then shout, "What? You've got to be kidding me already? But the two of you had just practically had gotten here no less than 15 minutes ago, and so how the heck did that thing just go and try to sneak up on us like that?" With Goku responding, "Hey, you're right, but good thing that Broly was able to go and keep an eye out, because
You feel me?
go and look at the size of that one. It's huge." As Broly went on to then respond, "As if you think that I'm just going to go and allow for you monstrous demon creatures to come onto my world and threaten to destroy everything it was that I had forged here. For coming here and trying to ambush us was a mistake," Broly says, "and it'll be one
Oh,
mistake
whoa, another
that
one.
I am going to make you
Oh,
pay
whoa, whoa, whoa,
dearly
whoa, whoa, whoa,
for,
whoa.
demon." But then it was only surprisingly enough through the other side, as the evolved demon known as Haas was now shown having to step through, was when Haas went
Not
on to
Haas.
Goku, but then responded,
The Huz.
Well, there you all finally are, for I was starting to go and wonder on where
it's
it was
thundering,
that
y'all.
you and your little friends had went, but at last I had found you. No, don't tell me that you've forgotten all about me already, Saiyan," Haas continues, "for Master Raijin has given me a second chance to go and right the wrongs of
Oh,
my
yeah,
encounter
this the evolved
previously
nigga.
with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I will now go and do what I must to go and bring upon honor to his name by destroying you all here and now." With Goku responding, "Hey, wait a minute, is
Good luck with that.
the same demon that Lord Beerus was going to go and destroy before Raijin had went and saved him on Lord Beerus's planet? But it just can't be, for he's different and he's stronger." Well, then if it's a fight that you came here and wanting to go and look for, Goku says, then it's a fight that you will most certainly be getting.
Put them hands up.
Right then and there,
Oh, shit.
during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Dark Master,
Oh, fuck it. It's for the best. I don't trust this thundering, y'all.
then comes to a close.
Oh,
Well,
man.
actually, I'll go ahead and take it from here as I
I don't trust that shit at all, bro. Good shit, Broly. 10 toes, man. Yeah, Zalama got that shit on, bro. Godly drip. I fucks with it. But yeah, they probably have enough time for maybe one wish. And I wonder if they're gonna realize that, and if they do, what wish are they going to make though? No? Ooh. Good shit, Broly. Good shit, Broly. You know what I'm saying? Never lacking, Broly. Never lacking. On God. Sheesh. Good luck. Good luck. Now we're gonna see how much stronger this power up did for this nigga Haas, man. We're gonna see. Oh, weird ass fucking demon, bro. Fucking hands, his eyes on his hands and shit, bro. Weird ass shit. But he low key probably effed up because he on the planet with 3 demons in their own right. We got Beast Gohan, Super Saiyan 3, Broly, and UI Goku. Nigga, you might be cooked. You might be cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Them little farter ass demons coming to help you too, not gonna save you. So yeah, you better hope they kill your ass, cause if not, Lord have mercy, Elijah gonna eat your heart out, and I don't think we want that. To be honest with you. But yeah, thank you for watching. You guys enjoyed this reaction, man. Hit the video up with a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Roll to 3K. Unsubscribe, subscribe. Follow me on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. You feel me? Subscribe to Alex. Get our boy to 2 million subscribers tight beat. I cannot wait to see the Merno shit animated though. That's gonna be crazy. I don't think we ready for that, to be honest. But yeah, love y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.